Alrighty, so welcome. We are so glad that you guys have all decided to tune in and join us for our holiday Survival Kit online health and wellness party. Julie and I are stoked to be teaming up here together tonight to share with you what we absolutely love, and no time better than ever to be able to share this with you, because the holidays, we know, for so many people can be a time of significant stress, of lots of partying, extra libations, indulging in a lot of temptations. And we want to be able to show you that you can still live life, have fun, enjoy the parties without putting on any extra weight, without feeling crummy, without feeling extra stress, and to be able to help you get through this time with ease, keep the immune system high, keep the stress at bay, all kinds of wonderful stuff. So those of you guys just chiming in, if you don't mind going ahead and muting your lines if you haven't already, that would be awesome. But we are super excited. So most of you guys know, and if you don't know, the company that Julie and I have partnered with is called Isagenix, and it is a phenomenal health and wellness company. If you are familiar with John Anderson, he's known as the Mineral Man. He is the founder and formulator for companies like Bare Minerals Makeup, Nature's Way, Solar Ray. So if you use any of those products that you've gotten from Vitamin C or Vitamin Cottage or GNC, or that you use on your makeup, your skin, he's the same guy that has formulated our fabulous Isagenix products. And what happened was actually just his own personal story, getting bit by a brown recluse spider, ended up having severe complications because he was diabetic, and created what's now our Cleanse for Life to heal himself from the inside out. And when he realized in that process how miraculous these products were, and actually helped him to release weight and overall feel better, he went to Jim and Kathy Coover, who are the business minds behind Isagenix, and said, hey, I've got some really amazing stuff that I think will impact world health at a very significant level, but I need people who can help me to distribute this, how to get it out to the masses without compromising the products, without ruining the integrity of the products, because so many of the things that he had formulated ended up being compromised by companies that wanted to sell more for less, and so they would add fillers and they would add other things to the products, making them less effective. And so that's why he chose the direct to consumer distribution product or model, or the direct sales model, network marketing model through Isagenix with Jim and Kathy, to say, hey, we're going to keep the integrity as high as possible. We're going to help people in the best way possible, and we know people buy things from those they know, like, and trust, and so this is the method that they've chosen. So that's why we're all here, and that's why we're excited to be able to share with you what we love, because we know that you trust us. If it works for us, then it should work for you, right? So that being said, I have a couple of questions, and maybe you guys can raise your hands, give me a thumbs up if any of this stuff relates to you. But how many people this time of the year think they have a little extra stress? With families coming in town, with travel, with finances for having to spend money on extra gifts, with all kinds of stuff, right? Seemed like literally everyone on the screen raised their hand there. How many people feel like their immune system tends to get a bit compromised this time of the year? Extra colds, extra flus, feeling a little under the weather. Yes, again, travel season, just that added stress, being around a lot of people, the germs are higher, so that's something that tends to always happen. How many people would love to just have something quick, easy, convenient on the go when you're shopping all day long at the malls, trying to buy your gifts, or when you're traveling so you don't have to get airport food? How many people would love to have just a little healthy, quick, on-the-go nutrition that you don't have to think twice about? Yes, awesome, right. And how many of you would agree that our food supply today is nutritionally bankrupt? That you just cannot get the quality of nutrition that you need anymore? If you aren't aware of this, I highly suggest you take a look at the research study that UCLA did a while back that shows you have to eat the equivalent of 43 bowls of spinach today to equal one bowl from around the 1950s. So if that's not enough to prove to you that our food is bankrupt, I don't know what is, and I'm certainly not eating 43 bowls of spinach because you won't be out of the bathroom all weekend long if you try to do that. So let's find a different way to do it. How many of you guys would agree that we are exposed to all kinds of toxins? Air pollution, water pollution, skincare products, hair care products, cleaning solutions, everything like that, right? And more so now than ever before. And even though our kidneys and livers do a great job of filtering this stuff out, we are overexposed. And Julie's going to get a chance to talk with you about how we're going to help get rid of all that toxicity here through the program that we offer. But it's a big deal, right? Let's see. How many of you guys feel stressed with time? Would love to have just a little bit more time in your day where you weren't having to meal prep, where you had time to spend with your kids, where you weren't working all day long. How many people feel like time is of essence and of value to them? Again, everyone, right? So what we're hopefully going to show you is that we have solutions for everyone, no matter what it is, young, old, looking to gain weight, looking to lose weight, looking to get stronger, looking to feel better, looking to have less stress, more energy, mental clarity, better sleep, better skin. I don't care. Anything health related, we are here and we have a solution for you. So I'm going to play a quick video and then we're going to go in and talk a little bit about the solutions that we have to offer and share some really cool stories of those of us who are on here who have used Isagenix already and what it's done for us. So give me 1 second. I'm going to share the screen and hopefully this is going to work. And I need some thumbs up if you're able to hear my video when I get it playing. In 1 second. Julie, can you hear it? All right. Pretty cool video, huh? I just love the energy behind that. Can you guys still hear us okay? Yep, okay, awesome. All right, so Let me back up and tell you just a little bit quickly about my story, and then I'm going to turn it over to Julie. She can share her story with Isagenix, and then she's going to talk about some of these awesome solutions that we have to help you guys through the holiday season. So if you didn't see my live video earlier, if you don't know who I am, my name is actually Rachael. I probably should have introduced myself at the very beginning of all this. But I was introduced to Isagenix about 4.5 years ago by my sister, who's a clinical nutritionist. And it was actually just to try the products purely as an objective testimonial. She was really researching them and looking at them from a perspective as a nutritionist, and she needed someone in her life who would actually just say, hey, do the products work? Do they taste good? Are they easy to follow? And just came in there. And I said, sure. And I was someone who was a fitness instructor. I was working out 10 to 15 hours a week. I was the person who followed every strict diet, right? I had done every elimination diet under the sun. I was eating paleo, organic, extremely clean. I counted my calories. I was doing everything right. And no matter what, it seemed like nothing would change. And at some point I was like, what's the point? Why even bother? I should go eat hamburgers and fries every night because all of this hard work isn't paying off anyways. So I said, sure, if you think these are great products, absolutely, sign me up. I'll try them. You guys, literally within weeks, this weight just melted off that I had been trying for years to get off. I had more energy than I had had as long as I could remember. I'm a psychologist by training, but stress just seemed to roll off my back. I thought that I was good at managing stress, but this was like a completely new ballgame for me. And I just started to tell the world. I said, I don't know what's in this stuff, crack or whatever, but every single person on the planet freaking needs it. And here, fast forward almost 5 years later, I mean, thousands of lives have been changed. Every single person that gets started on it is just like, oh wow experience, and it's health with ease. So I'm super passionate about it. That's my story. I'm gonna now give the baton over to Julie. She'll share her story with you and then talk about some of these fabulous solutions we have to offer.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to be here and doing this. And 5 months ago, I would have said I would never be doing something like this. So I've been a part of Isagenix for about 5 months now. And it's, again, very strange to me that I can sit here and now say that probably every day that I can think of in my future, I'll put something in my body of Isagenix. I just love it that much. But before Isagenix, I had been working on my physical and mental health for years. I had struggled with my mood, my energy, my sleep, and most recently at that point in time, I had started having a lot of digestive issues. And it was to the point with all of these things that I had just tried so many different things and nothing would stick. And I literally remember saying to somebody, okay, I feel like crap. This is just the way it is. This is my normal. It's okay. I'll move forward. I'm a psychologist. I'll help other people. I, know a lot about health, but it just doesn't work for me. I'm just going to keep moving forward the way I am. But I really was feeling like crap. And it was around that time, Rachael and I have known each other a very long time. We trained together years ago to become psychologists and in Denver. And then we reconnected and we started talking about Isagenix. And I was such a skeptic. But I trusted Rachael. She's a great psychologist. She's a great person, a great friend. And so I just decided, you know what the heck, I'll do it, fully believing that after 30 days I'd get my money back because it would be a waste of my time and energy. But needless to say, I never got my money back because I still am using it 5 months later. Within about a week, almost all of my digestive issues went away. It was crazy. Within 2 weeks, I was sleeping better than I had in years. I had energy. Energy was such an issue for years for me. I was just kind of on autopilot. And I don't know if everybody else saw this in me or if I just felt it, but I'd move through the day. I was busy. I worked hard, but I had no energy. And all of a sudden I had energy and I wasn't dreading from going from one thing to another because I was so tired. I naturally lost some weight that I had put on with some medication I had been put on a few years previous to that. And I kind of could refer to this as just a wonderful side effect because it's not why I went into this. And it just happened, which was great. I was running previous to this, but it was almost painful for me to run at times. And now with the performance stuff I'm using and just the system in general. It's amazing. I'm working out probably for shorter amount of times, accomplishing more, feeling better. Saturday, I'm going to run my first half marathon since using Isagenix, and we'll see how that goes. I feel much more prepared and probably have done less training. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, but I mean, I literally have started working out at 5 a.m. in the morning, and this is coming from somebody who hates mornings, is cranky, never wanted to get out of bed, and now I'm working out at 5 sometimes in the mornings. So it's great, and that's kind of my story in a nutshell.
That's awesome. It is so powerful. So why are these products so tremendous? Why are they literally like a miracle? Tell us a little bit about each of them that you think is making this impact for you.
Okay, so they're 4 main things that kind of Isagenix, I guess, calls as like their pillars of health. They're like the things they really pride themselves on, even though everything's great. And the first one is really the isolene shakes. So Rachael mentioned, I believe there's the pumpkin spice shake. She's showing everybody how we kind of live in this environment now where food has become bankrupt. And before I did this, I knew nothing about this. If anything, I kind of thought it was a gimmick because I watched this stuff online and was like, this is just crazy. But as I researched more, I think our nutrition and the studies Rachael shows that we're not getting the nutrients we need from food, even if we're eating really clean and really healthy. And so when I started kind of using the shakes, it was almost like, okay, all of a sudden I'm getting good nutrition in my body, and I kind of made the mind shift of not just putting food in my body, but making sure I was fueling myself with my body with food that was going to make me feel good and make my body kind of light up. So these shakes are amazing. They also, 1, they taste good. 2, they're so simple. And one of the main things I really like about it is the shake, because I can literally do it in 30, 60 minutes in the morning. I was the person who didn't. What?
60 seconds.
60 seconds. Did I say minutes?
Yeah.
60 seconds. Nope, can't take 60 minutes to make a shake. 60 seconds. I was the person that basically just didn't eat breakfast because I didn't want to take the time to do it, and I just wouldn't do it. So now I can make a shake really fast. I can take it with me, like in the car as I'm driving off, and the whole time I know that I'm putting something positive into my body, and I'm feeling better as I do it. So that's one piece. Rachael, do you want to talk about the protein involved? I didn't mention the whey protein, but you know more.
Yeah, I mean, everything that you mentioned is spot on. The only thing that I would add is that you are getting 24 grams of protein per shake. So if you end up doing 2 shakes a day, you're boosting your protein to 50 plus. We also have a version that actually comes with 36 grams of protein. So you can get an additional 52 grams of protein a day just in a shake. That's unheard of, you guys. Plus, everything is gluten-free, soy-free, no artificial sweeteners of any sort. We're using organic stevia for the sweetener. You're getting 23 minerals and vitamins. I mean, we could go on and on, but I will tell you, going back to what I said at the very beginning, these products are state-of-the-art nutrition, not compromised. The integrity is not compromised in any way. So we can assure you, and we can send every study under the sun if you want to, but they work, and they are filled with just the utmost best ingredients.
Yeah. So then the next thing that kind of Rachael mentioned is the toxicity in our environment. And so the other piece of this line that I really started using that, again, was really surprising to me was the Cleanse for Life to address that toxicity. And she's showing it now. But basically, with our skin being our largest organ, everything that's in our environment, we're taking into our bodies. So everything from makeup to the things we breathe, the things we touch, to the soap we use in our hair, to everything, it comes in, and there's a lot of toxic material in it. And while our kidneys and our livers do a great job of getting stuff out of it, they just can't keep up with everything that we're exposed to. So that's where the Cleanse for Life kind of came in for me. And I started this thing called a cleanse that, again, I thought was kind of silly. And I kind of turned my head to when I started this. But it's amazing. It's been great for me. It really, I mean, I'm not just drinking water all day. I'm actually putting vitamins and minerals into my body. I'm giving my digestive tract just like a break for a little while to just get those toxins out and not spend so much time digesting food. And then it's also, I've just been really surprised about the fact it's not extremely, extremely hard. I thought I was going to be super hungry. I thought I was going to be incredibly cranky. I thought I was going to be in bed sleeping all day. And it's been the complete opposite. I really don't get very hungry. I figured out the majority of it's mental for me. And I have a ton of energy. The next day I feel great. I purposely do this on certain days now if something's coming up for me. So I do it, I'm probably on average doing it once a week, but I'm still, I shift it based on my schedule and what my needs are at that point in time. So the second thing would definitely be the cleanse for life in terms of the toxicity. So Rachel, anything to add?
I'm on day 2 myself, and for 4.5 years, it's literally been once a week, and I just think of it as like a reset. You know, when your computer gets all clogged up, or your phone, and you literally just do a hard reboot or reset, turn it off and reboot it, that's kind of what it is from the inside out. You're just washing your insides, you're turning it all off, you're having just everything powered up fast. So cool. Yeah, no, you're doing great.
Cool. And then the third thing is probably one of my more favorite things. Granted, I love them all, which is the Ionic Supreme and this whole thing I was introduced to, which are adaptogens, which I knew nothing about either. But basically, they're kind of herbs and flowers that grow in extreme conditions, so maybe in the mountains and stuff, and they're there and they learn to survive within this. So they help adapt to stresses. So when we put them in our body, it allows our body to do that. It helps us kind of break down the stress in our bodies and face things differently. So whether at night you're having racing thoughts and trying to sleep and you can't, or in the morning you're wanting a ton of caffeine to get through the day, the Onyx is great because it helps break down some of that stress and helps us just survive. I mean, stress was a huge, huge thing going into this, if not the largest thing when I signed on to this. And I love this stuff. I mean, I can definitely tell when I don't have it in my system. So that's my third piece, that Isogenic really, I think they pride themselves really on that piece, and I can see why.
I think it might be their #1 selling product. Like literally people just say it's their happy juice, their I'm a better mommy juice, I'm a better spouse, lover juice. Like it is just something that makes you even keel and be able to literally adapt to whatever is going on in your life. It's crazy. It's just a miracle. Yeah.
Yeah. So then the fourth piece that kind of wraps all the products together is the Complete Essentials with Isogenesis. Those are vitamins. And I don't know if anybody in here hates taking vitamins, but I definitely did. And in fact, I avoided them largely because there were just having the bottles and having to pick them out of the bottles was just a pain in the butt, particularly if you're already taking something else. You know, if you already have medication you're tracking, which I have some chronic things I do have to take them for, just adding several more pills is just a pain. But I had been told by a lot of people I should at least try it, but I just was avoiding it. My favorite thing about these vitamins is that they come in little packs and they're literally all put together. So you have one in the morning, you have a pack at night, they're all made out for you. You can just grab them and take them when you need to take them. And it's great. It's so easy. I'll say over and over again with all of Isogenics, the convenience is amazing for me. But you get everything you need. And then, Rachel, I'm going to have you talk about the telomere support because I don't know more of an expert on that.
Yep, it is. And the biggest thing too to add with this is even though our shakes are filled with vitamins and minerals, there are certain things that you just still cannot even get from food alone. So that's where we do have to complement with other supplementation. So you get your vitamin D3, K2, CoQ10, resveratrol, fish oils, omegas, I mean the whole shebang. But like Julie said, super easy. But then the really kicker in the vitamins that come with this is something called isogenesis. And it's based off of telomeres. So in your brain, to make it as easy as possible, if you were to think about a little shoelace with a little plastic piece at the end, and if you were to chip away at that plastic piece over time, eventually it would come off and the shoelace would fray. That's kind of what's happening in our brain. The telomeres are at the end of your DNA strands. And think about over time with the aging process, the brain is sort of fraying and that all the connectivity in the brain is fraying. So that's why if you walk into a room and all of a sudden you're like, what the heck did I come in here for? And you can't remember, or the brain fog, or the mental clarity, poor night vision, sagging skin, all of these things are part of the aging process that comes with oxidative stress and with all kinds of other things, poor nutrition, not exercising. But isogenesis literally puts a stop on that aging process. And if anything, it maybe is reversing it. And I'll tell you, 4.5 years later, people are always shocked by my age and telling me that I look younger now. And I know without a doubt it's because I've been taking this for almost 5 years. So yeah, it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It won the Nobel Prize Award in 2010 for the research around telomeres. Good stuff. So awesome, Julie. Well, I know that we are coming up on the end of our program, you guys, and I want to respect your time. I want to end with just a couple of things. So if you're loving what you're hearing, you want to get started, we have 3 awesome programs that we basically are running through the holidays for you to pick from that meets your goals and your health objectives the best. Number 1 is maintain not gain, or maintain no gain, right? So during this time of temptation, indulgence, extra libations, if we can just do anything to help you maintain your weight and not put it on, that would be a win. So sign me up and we can tell you all about that program. Number 2, we've got people who are actually like ready to kick it into gear. They've got some big New Year's Eve plans coming up. They want to fit into that nice black sexy dress or look great in their tuxedo, or say, hey, why even bother to wait until New Year's resolutions? Let's just get it going right now. We've got our Lean by 18, where we can actually use the program to not only maintain, but to get you in the best shape, whether it's putting on extra muscle or losing some extra weight. I now, again, 4 years in this process, have helped plenty of people actually even still lose weight during this time of the year or put on that muscle. So it's absolutely possible. And then our third is those people that just say, hey, I just want to get through the holidays, stress-free, not sick, you know, keep my immune system high, sleep well, have low stress, all of that kind of great stuff. And just feeding your body with convenient, easy nutrition, not necessarily following a strict structured program of any sort. Not that Isagenix ever is a strict structured program, but even being more flexible, being able to have a shake before you go out to a party just to fill you up, to give you some good energy, being able to take that Ionix every day just to manage the stress. So if that's something that you're looking for, then we'll sign you up and we'll get you ready on the holiday sort of survival kit program as well. All of the programs are literally available to you. If you have been invited by someone on this program, just get back to them and they can talk you through all of the different ways to get started. But hands down, you guys, I would recommend choosing one of the 30-day programs. They will give you all of that nutrition that you need to flood your body because of the stuff that we're depleted from. It will give you the cleanse day to be able to really detoxify like Julie talked about. It's going to give you that stress management support, and it will come with the vitamins and the healthy aging telomere support. If that's something that you choose to go with as well, you can get some extra bars and snacks, a free blender that comes with it, all kinds of fun stuff to just make this as easy peasy as possible. But just make sure to reach out to either Julie or myself or whoever invited you to this call, and we can definitely get you rocking and rolling. I have about 4 more minutes left, I think, before this time is going to run out on the Zoom link. So let me just open it up and see if anyone on here had questions, or if there's anything that we didn't cover that we can answer for you guys right now. Otherwise, we can certainly keep the chat going in our online thread too. But anyone out there have any questions? Or anything else, Julie, you wanted to wrap up with?
No, just thank you everyone for coming. It's exciting.
Absolutely. We definitely appreciate it. We appreciate being able to share this with you. And for any of your friends or family that may have missed it, feel free to also share the recording. I'll get it posted here as soon as it loads in that thread. And we'll be in touch, keeping everyone healthy through the holidays. So thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.